Why do people fall in love with you? Have you ever wondered why certain people are drawn to you so deeply? Sometimes almost irresistibly? Is it really because of your personality, your looks, or your charm? Or could there be something deeper going on beneath the surface? Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, believed that love isn't random. In fact, according to Jung, people fall in love with you for two powerful, deeply rooted reasons, and both are tied to the unconscious mind. In this video, we'll explore Jung's fascinating ideas about love, including the concept of projection, the anima and animus, and the powerful forces that pull people toward you. What if it's not really you they're falling for, but what you represent in their inner world? We'll go beneath the surface and into the hidden architecture of the psyche to uncover the real reasons why someone may fall deeply in love with you. These aren't just surface-level attractions. They're shaped by the invisible forces working within all of us. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the Mental Quest channel to get early access to new videos and insights on personal and spiritual growth. Let's begin. 1. The hidden logic of love. We like to think of love as something magical, a spark, a sudden connection that catches us off guard. It feels spontaneous, like fate stepping in. But according to Carl Jung, even the most unexpected attraction follows a hidden order, a kind of inner logic, crafted not by chance, but by the unconscious mind. That magnetic pull you feel towards someone, it's rarely random. It's the outer expression of something much deeper. Years of unspoken emotions, unmet needs, and silent longings taking shape, often without us even realizing it. Behind every intense connection is an invisible architecture, a blueprint of the psyche that draws us to certain people and not others. And this is where Jung introduces one of his most powerful ideas, projection. Each of us carries within us hidden images, echoes of who we are, who we used to be, or who we're still longing to become. These parts of us don't always have a voice in our everyday lives. Sometimes we push them down. Sometimes we're simply unaware they exist at all. But they don't disappear. They wait. And when we meet someone who mirrors those parts back to us, even unconsciously, we feel something. A spark, a pull, a sense of familiarity we can't explain. That feeling isn't magic. It's recognition. Imagine someone who spent their whole life playing it safe. Quiet, cautious, emotionally guarded. Then they meet someone bold, expressive, unapologetically alive. They're mesmerized, but it's more than admiration. That person represents something they buried, a wild, free part of themselves that's been waiting to wake up. This is the first profound reason people fall in love with you. You reflect something they lack, something they've been searching for without even knowing it. It's not just that opposites attract. It's that opposites reveal what's missing. A rational person might fall for someone deeply emotional. An introvert might be drawn to someone loud and carefree. A tightly wound soul might crave the chaos of someone who lives moment to moment, not because these differences create conflict, but because they shine light on unexplored parts of the self. But here's the danger. If someone doesn't realize that what they see in you is actually a reflection of their own untapped potential, they might start depending on you to be that missing piece for them, not out of true love, but out of unconscious need. And when that need shifts, or when your humanity no longer fits their idealized image, the attraction may fade. Not because you changed, but because the illusion cracked. That's the shadow side of projection. It can create the illusion of deep connection, but illusions don't always survive reality. Still, it's not all tragic. Recognizing this pattern, in yourself or in others, opens a door to something deeper. Not love based on need or fantasy, but love rooted in awareness, in wholeness, in truth. Jung didn't stop at projection. He went deeper, into the very core of the psyche, with his concept of the anima and animus. According to Jung, every man carries within him an unconscious image of the feminine, his anima. Every woman carries an unconscious image of the masculine, her animus. These aren't just personal preferences or cultural roles. They're ancient archetypal patterns, shaped by our earliest relationships, especially with our parents, and molded by collective symbols of masculinity and femininity that have echoed through myth, story, and culture for centuries. Over time, these inner figures take shape, emotionally charged, quietly powerful, and we carry them with us, usually without even realizing it. Then one day, we meet someone who seems to match that internal image, and it hits us like lightning. The attraction can be instant, overwhelming. There's a strange sense of knowing them, like we've met before, even if it's only been minutes. It feels like destiny, like soul recognition, as if something ancient has just been reawakened. But Jung would warn us, this isn't fate. It isn't evidence of a cosmic soulmate. It's your psyche seeing itself, its own inner design, reflected in someone else. Reason 2, you awaken a powerful image they've carried inside. You might not look like their type. You might not act the way they imagine, but something about you, your energy, your presence, your essence, matches a deep, unconscious image they've been carrying for years. That's why it feels so intense, so sudden, so irrational. They're not falling in love with you, not fully. They're falling in love with what you've come to represent in their inner world. But here's the danger. When someone falls in love with a projected image, they're not truly seeing the person in front of them. They're seeing a fantasy, an ideal, a sacred story written long before you ever enter the picture. And eventually, the real you will show up with your complexity, your contradictions, your humanness, and the fantasy begins to crack. What once felt divine becomes confusing. What once felt perfect now feels messy, uncertain. Conflict surfaces. Disappointment follows. The illusion collapses under the weight of truth. This is why so many passionate relationships burn bright and then fall apart in chaos. They weren't built on mutual understanding. They were built on archetypal projection, an unconscious script trying to play itself out in the real world. But no real person can live up to an archetype forever. Still, Jung didn't see this as a failure. Far from it. He believed that love, even when painful, even when born projection, is a powerful catalyst for transformation. Love isn't just about emotion. It's about evolution. Every person we fall for holds up a mirror. Some reflect our buried potential. Others expose our deepest fears. Some awaken our creativity. Others stir up our insecurities. But all of them serve the same purpose: to help us grow, to reveal the parts of ourselves we've lost, denied, or never dared to explore, to guide us on the path of individuation, the lifelong journey of becoming whole. When someone falls in love with you, they might believe they're seeing something magical in you. And in a way, they are. But the real magic isn't just in who you are. It's in what you awaken inside them. You're not just a person. You become a symbol, a turning point, a psychological invitation. And the same is true in reverse. The people you fall in love with, especially the ones who shake you, change you, or even break your heart, they're not random. They are messengers, carriers of meaning, catalysts for your inner evolution. Some arrive to awaken something dormant in you. Others come to teach you what you resisted learning. And some simply show you your own reflection. Sometimes distorted, sometimes crystal clear, depending on how ready you are to truly look. Not all of these connections are meant to last. Some are meant to disrupt. Some are designed to break old patterns. Jung called these synchronistic encounters, moments that may seem coincidental, but are deeply meaningful. When someone appears in your life at just the right moment and stirs powerful emotion in you, it may not be chance. It may be that both your unconscious minds were ready, and their arrival is a sign that change has already begun. Even the painful ones, even the ones that leave scars, especially those, they are not mistakes. So, why do people fall in love with you? Because you either reflect something they deeply need, or you awaken something they forgot they had. And the same is true for you. You fall in love with those who mirror your missing pieces, those who resemble the inner images you carry, those who, knowingly or not, hold the key to your next chapter of growth. But if you're not aware of these patterns, you'll keep reliving them. You might keep chasing the same types, repeating the same stories, confusing projection for connection. You might think you're unlucky in love, when in truth, your unconscious is just trying to teach you a lesson you're not yet ready to learn. Jung's answer was simple, though not easy. Awareness. The moment you begin to understand your inner figures. The moment you recognize your projections and patterns. You stop looking for someone to complete you, and you start becoming whole on your own. From that place, love transforms. It becomes real, grounded, free, because in the end, the deepest love isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about awakening the parts of yourself that have been waiting to be seen. You don't just fall in love with another person. You fall in love with a version of yourself they help you discover. Seeing love through Jung's lens reminds us, it's never just about the other person. It's always, in some way, a journey back to the self. So the next time someone falls in love with you, or you feel that undeniable pull towards someone else, pause and ask yourself, what part of my soul is waking up right now? If this reflection stirred something in you, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. And if you like more content like this, about psychology, relationships, and the hidden forces that shape our lives, don't forget to subscribe to Mental Quest. Let's keep exploring the inner world together